ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् तद् अनन्यत्वम् आरम्भणशब्दादिभ्यः So question was asked here. पूर्वं जन्माद्यस्य यतः इति ईश्वर कारण प्रतिज्ञा कृता. The very second sutra of this text, जन्माद्यस्य यतः यतः ब्रह्मणः यतः ईश्वरात् जगत् जन्मादि जगत् जनि स्थिति प्रलयाः. So this is how Brahma was described, as a creator, sustainer, dissolver, and therefore omniscient, omnipotent, ordainer, Ishvara, the ruler. This is how it was described. Adhuna tadananyattvamidi atyanta abheda pratipadane. But now this sutra says that the Jagat is non-separate from Brahman. So what is Brahman? There is nothing other than Brahman. Then that means there is no duality at all. However, Ishvara is a ruler, the world is ruled, that calls for a ruler, a ruled duality. So the earlier sutra accepted the duality of Isha, Ishvara, Ishitavya, the ruler and the ruled. And now this one erases that duality. Looks like this sutra is contradicting the previous one. कूटस्थ ब्रह्मात्मवादिनः एकैकान्त्याद् ईशितृ ईशितव्य अभावे. For you, the Vedantin, who accepts non-duality in absolute primary manner, you take it to be literally you say it is non-dual. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma, that what is Brahman. So the Vedantin who takes this non-duality in a literal sense, Ishitru, Ishitavya Abhave, then there is no duality of the nature of the ruler and the ruled. Ishvara Karana Pradigna Virodha. that Ishvara is the cause of the creation, the creator. Then there is the creator, there is created. When there is sustainer, there is sustained. When there is destroyer, there is destroyed. So even Brahman, for being creator, sustainer, dissolver, there is a duality is presupposed there. So virodha iti chet na avidyatmaka namro bija vyakaranapekshत्वात् sarvajñatvasya. Bhashyakara says that Brahman is sarvajñam, omniscient. From the standpoint of name and form, Jagat. Because Jagat is created, appears to be created, therefore Brahman is branded as creator, and Jagat is ruled efficiently, proper, therefore is branded as omnipotent, omniscient. Nam Rubija Vyakaranapekshत्वात्. The Ishvara is Sarvajña, omniscient, Sarvashaktiman, omnipotent. All of this is from the standpoint of names and forms which are not real. If names and forms were real, then duality would have been real, then Brahman would have been creator, etc. in a primary sense. But this is what? Avidyatmaka. The name and form are the very seeds of the creation, and names and forms are a product of ignorance. That means they are mithya. What is created out of ignorance is mithya, is unreal, an appearance. Therefore, the sarvajñatvam, the omniscience, etc. of Ishvara also has the same degree of reality as name and form, because from the stand of name and form, Jagat, he is called Ishvara. So, what was the purpose of the previous sutra then? Tasmadva etasnat atmana akasha sambodha ityadi vakyabhya. That from that Brahman which is the self emerged the space, etc. That Brahman is what? Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupat. Brahman is of the nature of consciousness, which is Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta, ever pure, ever of the nature of knowledge, ever free. Jagat Jani Sthiti Pralayaha. So purpose of previous sutra was not to establish Brahman as creator in the primary sense. That was not the purpose of that sutra. But to say that consciousness is the cause of creation. Na acetanat pradhanat anyasmad vaideshartha pratignyatah. The purpose of that previous sutra was to establish that the universe is created from a conscious being and not from pradhana, which is inert, or from atoms which are also inert, or from shunya or anything else. Sa pratignya tadavastha eva. That pratignya, that the universe is, the cause of universe is a conscious being or consciousness. That was the pratignya really. Not that consciousness is Ishvara in primary sense, that was not the pratignya. But Brahman is the cause of creation. Brahman, that is consciousness, is cause of creation. That was the pratignya. Sa pratignya tadavastha eva na tad virodha viruddhartha punahi uchyate. That pratignya, that proposition remains intact, and what this sutra says is not in any way opposed to that. Katham na uchyate. Why? How do you say that this sutra does not oppose the previous sutra? Atyantam atmana ekatvam advitiyatvam cha bruvata. When you say that Atma is one and non-dual, how do you then explain the Ishvara, the ruler and the ruled duality? You have not yet explained that. So, see, Bhashyakara says that duality was not the purport of the previous sutra, that the cause is a consciousness, that is the purpose. He says whatever the purpose was, still the duality has to be there for the ruler and the ruled. And then this sutra says there is no duality at all. Then how do you say that it is not contradicting? Shrunu yathana uchyate. Listen how this sutra does not contradict the previous sutra. Sarvajnasya Ishvarasya Atmabhuteva Avidya Kalpite Nam Rupe Tattva Anyatva Abhyam Anirvachaniye. The names and forms were in the unmanifest state, in the state of dissolution. And though the reality of names and forms is mithya. Tattva Anyatvabhyam or Sadasadbhyam Anirvachaniyam. Cannot be said to be Tattva, one with Brahman or separate from Brahman. Can't say it is real, existing, not existing. That no such category can be assigned to the name and form, the Jagat. That also is called, so this Jagat or the name and form in its unmanifest state also is called Maya, Prakruti, Avyakta, Avyakruta. Tabhyam Anyah Sarvajnah Ishvaraha. That names and forms and Atmabhute are not separate from Ishvara, but Ishvara is definitely distinct from them. Akasho vai nama rupayoho nirvahita tedantara tad brahma iti shrutehe. That Brahman, Akasha means Brahman, brings about the names and forms, and they are that in which they are sustained. That is Brahman. Meaning that names and forms are not separate from Brahman, but Brahman is separate from names and forms. Nama rupe vyakarvani sarvani rupani vichitya dhiraha namani kritva vivedan yadaste ekam bijam bahudayah karoti ityadi shrutibhyascha. First the Chandogya Shruti was quoted, and then other Shrutis are there. How Ishvara created names and forms. So for Ishvara to create the name and form, for a pot maker to create the pot maker must exist even when the pot is not. And then he brings the pot into existence. That means that the pot maker is definitely different or separate from the pot, name and form. Or even clay also. The clay also must be separate from pot in as much as clay must exist even when the pot was not, and then pot came into existence, and therefore clay is independent of pot, pot is not separate from clay. Evam avidyakrita nama rupa upadhi anurodhi ishvaro bhavate. Ishvara means Brahman. Brahman simply confirms to the name and form. Looks like Ishvara is transformed into name and form. Because what was there before creation was only Brahman. And now the whole creation is there. Just as what was there before the creation of pots and pans was clay. And now you have all these pictures and pots, etc., which means clay has transformed itself as this world of pots and pans. Similarly also, what was there before the creation was Brahman or consciousness. So one may conclude that consciousness has transformed into the world of names and forms. But so is an appearance. Brahman appears to have transformed, meaning that Brahman simply confirms to name and form, appears like that. Sarvendriya gunabhasam sarvendriya vivarjitam. Even though Brahman is devoid of all indriyas, but then it appears to be functioning through all indriyas appears possessed of the Indriyas. Pashyatya chakshuhu sashrunotya karnaha. He sees without the eyes, he hears without the ears. Meaning that he seems to conform to eyes and ears. Similarly, Brahman appears to be transformed as a world of names and forms and not in reality. Vyomaiva ghatakarkadi upadi anurodhi. Just as the space also conforms to the shapes of pots, etc., not that it appears to be confined to the pot, not that it is really confined, but not that it has really assumed the form of the pot. Now continuing the page 382. Says Nyaya Nirnaya, avidyakrita jagat ishitritvepi jivanam atatkritatvat kutastan prati aishwaryamiti asankyaha. Just a question. That avidyakrita jagat ishitritvepi, all right, Brahman or Bhagavan Ishvara is the Ishita or the ruler of the creation, which is the product of ignorance. Okay. Jivanam atat kritatvat. But Ishvara has not created jivas. See, Ishvara has created Jagat. Therefore, Ishvara can be the Niyanta or ruler of Jagat because Ishvara has created Jagat. Nama Rupayoho Nirvahita. He is the accomplisher of the name and form. Sarvani Rupani Vichitya Dhiraha Namani Kritva Abhivadanyadaste. Ishvara, the omniscient, has created the names and forms. So Ishvara has created Jagat of the nature of names and forms, but Ishvara has not created jivas. So Creator can rule what is created. So Ishvara can rule the Jagat that he has created. But Ishvara has not created these jivas, the living beings. Therefore, how can he be Ishvara of the jivas? Because he has not created them. Kutah tan prati aishwaryamiti asanga sacha iti. Subhashyakara says, sacha swatma bhutaneva घटाकाशस्थानीयान् अविद्या प्रत्युपस्थापित नाम रूपकृत कार्यकरण संगाद अनुरोधिनः जीवाख्यान् विज्ञानात्मनः प्रति इष्टे व्यवहार विषये. So says Ratnavarma, avidyadi upadina kalpita bhedena bimbasthanasya ishvaratvam. In case of Jiva and Ishvara, what is the relationship between Bimba and Pratibimba? In case of Ishvara and Jagat, the relationship is the creator and created. So creator rules the created. As far as Jivas are concerned, you can't say Jivas are created, Jivas are eternal. Then what's the relationship between Ishvara and Jiva? Bimba and Pratibimba. Bimba means image like sun, Pratibimba means reflection like the sun or Devadatta reflecting in a mirror. So Devadatta is the ruler of the mirror. If Devadatta raises his hand, the reflection has to raise its hand. And therefore Devadatta is the master of the reflection. So Bimba or the image is the ruler of the Pratibimba. Pratibimba or reflection is completely dependent upon the image. has no freedom. So jivas are all pratibimba sthaniyaha. They are in the place of the reflections, and Ishvara is bimba sthaniyaha. How do you get avidyadi upadina kalpita bhedena? Don't think that this bimba and pratibimba also is a real division. Avidya kalpita upadi bhedena. All upadis are kalpita, produced by, created by, imagined by, projected by ignorance. So ignorance projects is samashti upadi and vyashti upadi. Therefore samashti upadi upadi chaitanya is bimbasthaniya, or chaitanya itself is bimba. Two pakshas are there. Ishvara is bimba and jiva is pratibimba, or Brahman is bimba, jiva namakam brahma pratibimbam bhavati. That sometimes jiva is called the reflection of Brahma. So avidyadi upadina kalpita bhedena. So what creates this apparent duality between Brahman and jiva? The upadi of the jiva, which is the body mind sense complex, that is the creation of ignorance, that creates an appearance of separatedness. Just as really speaking, a reflection is not separate from image, but the mirror, that upadi, creates as though a distance between the two. And one who does not know the nature of reflection, like a child, may think that it is a real entity. So child may see its own reflection in the mirror and think that somebody has come here to share my toys, and he may start crying. Or the child may think that my new friend has come, it may start playing with it. Or like this bird, every morning it comes and keeps on banging against the glass. God knows what is going on in its mind. It bangs very hard. It must get hurt, really. Because that bird sees a reflection of itself in the glass, not even mirror, glass. Thinks that there is something in somebody inside. So whether it is playing with it or fighting with it, I don't know. But it comes anyway, and so it is possible that one who does not know the reflection as reflection may take it to be real. So also the jivas, because of ignorance, do not know that this is only a reflection, non-separate from image which is Brahman. Therefore, the jivas take themselves to be separate from Brahman, but Brahman doesn't do that. So avidyadi upadina kalpita bhedena bimbasthanasya ishvaratvam. Brahman is in the place of bimba or reflection. Pratibimba bhutanam jivanam niyamyatvam. And jivas are all in the place of pratibimba or reflection, so they are as though ruled. This ruler-ruled duality is as though. Just as the bimba-pratibimba duality, the duality of the image and reflection, as though duality. So that as though duality does not contradict real non-duality. This is the whole idea here. The as though duality of the ruler and the ruled does not contradict the real non-duality, because it's as though. So such a swatma bhutaneva ghatakasha sthaniyan. Who are the jivas? Swatma bhutan. Very jiva is non-separate from himself. He is the very self of the jiva. Image is the very self of the reflection. Ghatakasha sthaniyan. Brahman is in the place of space. and the jiva is in the place of a pot space. So the pot creates an as though duality between the total space and pot space, even though there is no duality. So Bhashyakara gives the example of avacheda, and the Tikakara gives the example of pratibimba. Avidya pratyupasthapita nam rupa kruta karyakana sangata anurodhinah jivaha jivatmanah. This jivatma again is Brahman alone. Brahman is called jiva when anurodhinah, it conforms to this upadhi, gets identified with the upadhi. Conforms to upadhi means looks as good as upadhi. So consciousness looks like it is only as big as the body, as limited as the upadhi. So consciousness as though seems to conform to all the limitations of the upadhi. So body is a mortal entity, therefore the consciousness is thought to be mortal and so forth. But this sanghata, karyakana sanghata, the assemblage of the karya means a gross body, karana means subtle body, the assemblage of the gross and subtle bodies is what nama rupa kruta is created from name and form, which themselves are what? Avidya pratyupasthapita, the names and forms which themselves are projected by ignorance, they form the basis of this upadhi, with which the consciousness is identified, and that consciousness identified with upadhi is called jiva. Jivakhyan Vijnanatmanah. The so-called jivas who are identified with the intellect, Vijnanatmanah. So Tan Prati Ishte, towards these jivas who are of the nature of Pratibimba or reflection, Brahman is the ruler, Ishvara, this in the place of the Pratibimba or the image. So Nyayendra asks this question, Svatma bhutatve bheda bhavat kuto niyamyata. If Jiva, if Brahman is the very self of Jiva, how can it be ruler? So said, Ghatakasha sthaniyan, the upadhi. This body, mind, sense, the name and form upadhi creates a sense of separatedness, sense of limitation and separatedness. Nanu ghatavat upadhe anadigame katham aupadhiga bhed anurodhena niyamya niyantritvam. But where is the upadhi come from? Says avidya pratyupasthapita, presented by the ignorance. Ishvarasya ishvaratvam kalpanikam. Therefore, Brahman is Ishvara, all right, only kalpanikam, is only projected and not in the real sense. Brahman is not Ishvara. Tat spashtaitum vishinasti vyavahara vishaya. Understand? All of this apparent duality. So explains the vyavastha. That it seems to be our experience that we are limited, we are helpless, we are ruled, that there is a ruler, there is Ishvara, the creator, sustainer, ordainer, ruler. This seems to be our experience. Says all the experience is in the realm of Vyavahara or in the realm of the samsara. which is mithya or unreal. Meaning that my feeling that I am a limited being is not the reality about me. If my being limited was real, then Brahman would be really Ishvara. So that way, Ishvarasya Ishvaratvam Kalpanikam. Upon Brahman, if we superimpose the idea of a ruler, because I feel that I am ruled, therefore I superimpose the idea of rulership on upon Brahman. Because I am limited in knowledge, therefore I call him all-knowing. I am limited in power, I call him all-powerful. I am limited in pervasion, I call him all-pervasive, etc. All these designations Brahman gets from my standpoint. But then these notions about myself that I am limited, is this a reality? It is avidya parikalpita or avidya upasthapita. So, avidya presents this, ignorance presents this idea, this appearance. An appearance is not seen as an appearance, is taken to be real as in dream. So, Vyavahara Vishaya, all of this is only in the realm of the day-to-day life or transaction. Sukalpitam Ishvaramiti Upapaditam Nigamayati. So Bhashyakara thus showed how just as space or just as better an image can be called the ruler of a reflection, but reflection is mithya, therefore the rulership of image also is mithya. Space can be called the ruler of pot space, but pot space is mithya, therefore rulership also is mithya. Similarly, Brahman is the ruler of Jiva, but Jiva is mithya, Jivatvam is mithya. Therefore, Ishvaratvam also is mithya. Nigamayati concludes here Tadevam. So Tadevam, Bhashyakara says, Tadevam avidyatmaka upade परिच्छेद अपेक्षम एव ईश्वरस्य ईश्वरत्वं सर्वज्ञत्वं सर्वशक्तित्वं च न परमार्थतः विद्यया अपास्त सर्वोपाधिस्वरूपे आत्मने ईशित्रे ईशितव्य सर्वज्ञत्वादि व्यवहारः उपपद्यते. तदेवं, in this manner, अविद्यात्मक उपाधि परिच्छेद अपेक्षमेव. Upadhi means this limiting adjunct or this body mind sense complex assemblage which is name and form, which is the creation of ignorance. Avidyatmaka upadhi paricheda apeksham. The rulership of Ishvaratva of Brahman is only with reference to the paricheda limitation of the jiva, which limitation is due to the upadhi, which is the creation of name and form, which again is only presented by ignorance. So ignorance creates all this false perception about myself. So my perception of myself that I am a limited entity is a false perception. And from that false perception, I conclude that Brahman is Ishvara, is ruler. That is equally a false perception. Ishvarasya Ishvaratvam Sarvajñatvam Sarvashaktitvam cha. Because I feel I am ruled, therefore I call him ruler. Because I am limited in knowledge, I call him omniscient. Because I am limited in power, we call him omnipotent. Nacha paramarthataha, but not in reality when his appearance is no more there. or the appearance is known as appearance. Suppose a person wakes up in dream. Suppose. Then realize, hey, this is dream. This is my own projection. And the dream is not separate from me. The duality is only due to projection. In reality, I am Swatmanamevadvayam. Yes sakshat kurte prabodha samaye Swatmanamevadvayam. Prabodham is waking up in dream. He sees that I am the one non-dual self. Then the appearance is known as appearance. Or you have the freedom to discard the dream and wake up also. That freedom you have. The enlightened dreamer has the freedom to close his eyes from the dream and wake up to his real, he is awake already to his real nature. So either he can be awake to his nature and awake to the dream also, or he can withdraw his association or consciousness from dream and just be abiding in himself. So, that is Paramathatah Vidyaya Apasa Sarvopadi Swarupe. Vidya by knowledge, Apasa Sarvopadi, but all upadis. So when the upadhi is no more there, as I said, when there is only perception of the self, then there is no perception of upadhi. That freedom the wise person has. Either to function in the realm of apparent duality or to withdraw from duality and abide in his non-duality. Vidya apasa sarvopadi swarupe atmani. Atma, that is totally devoid of all the upadhi, all the duality. Ishitru, ishitavya, sarvajnati vyavahara, na upapadyate. At that time, there is no rule, there is no ruler, and therefore there is no duality. So duality is false because it is possible to negate it. What is mithya? Mithya is badayogyam. Even the Jagat also cannot be called real because I have the freedom to close my eyes. I have freedom to close my mind's eye and not be aware of the Jagat. If I have cultivated that kind of a capacity, then I can withdraw my mind and I will not be aware of the world. Even right now, when my mind is focused upon something, I am not aware of what is around. In the morning, when we perform meditations, our mind is focused on what is being said during meditation. When you listen to that tape, then you find so many birds and chirping. I never heard these things. Even though birds were chirping, but we never heard because our attention was not there. So similarly, when the attention is only on the self, then there is no awareness of the non-self or duality. In that case, there is no ruler and there is no rule, there is no omniscient, no omnipotent. So sarvajñatvam cha avidyatmaka upadhi paricheda apeksham. Even the omniscience of Ishvara also is because of the limitation of upadhi, because of which jiva feels limited. Explains Nyaya Puroktena Prakarena Avidyatmako yasau upadhi tena krito yo jiva prapanchakhya paricheda. Ignorance has created these names and forms, and therefore one consciousness is as though split into countless jivas. See, just as one space as though becomes split into countless part spaces. Space is one. You create 1,000 parts and then looks like 1,000 part spaces are created. So therefore the manyness of the space is a result of the parts which are only, they only create appearance. Similarly, manyness of jivas or consciousness is due to only the upadhi, which is a product of ignorance. Avidyatmaka upadhi paricheda apeksham no paricheda tad apeksham yavat. अन्वय मुखेनोक्तम व्यतिरेक द्वारा निरूपित न च परमार्थतः. That the manyness of jivas is because of the upadhi, which is name and form, product of ignorance. And in reality, we see that consciousness is not divided, is undivided, indivisible. And then there is no ruler, there is no ruled. So here Ratnavara makes an interesting comment. Nacha atra nana jivaha bhashyuktaha iti bhramitavyam. It's called eka jiva vada. The jiva is one, not many. There is a vada like that. And so Ratnavara says that Bhashyakara seems to conform to the eka jiva vada. So Bhashya, don't think that Bhashyakara is talking about many jivas. Buddhyadi sangata bhedena bheda uktehe. That one jiva is separate from other jiva only because of the upadhi, that the space is one. Don't think there are many part spaces, space is one. And the appearance of many is created by the upadhi of part. So jiva is one. And the manyness is created by the upadhis. So it's a model. All of these are called models. Bimba, Pratibimba, Eka Jivada, Aneka Jivada, etc. They are all models to understand things. So you take it whatever suits you. That's how I look at it. Not one is better than other, etc. But to us this many Jivada appears convenient, to explain. Because the manyness is not in consciousness, manyness is in upadhi, no doubt about that. So from the standpoint of upadhi, jivas are many. From the standpoint of consciousness, jiva is one. Says, avidya pratibimbastu eka eva jiva. Who is jiva? What's the definition of jiva? So Brahman is bimba and pratibimba is jiva. Pratibimba means reflection. Reflection in what? Avidya pratibimba. If you say that jiva is the Brahman reflected in ignorance, then ignorance is one. There also ignorance accepted as many. Every jiva has its own ignorance also. If ignorance is accepted as many, then jivas are many, because the one ignorance goes, one fellow, the other fellow remains ignorant, But if ignorance is taken as one, then jiva reflecting ignorance is one. This is the model. Says न्याय निर्णय परमार्थतः चिद्धातोः ईश्वरत्व अनुपत्तौ श्रुतिं प्रमाणयति. In reality, चिद्धातुः, pure consciousness, cannot be called Ishvara in the true sense. For that, the Shruti statement is given here. तथा च इति भाष्यकार says, तथा च उक्तम् यत्र नान्यत् पश्यति नान्यत् शृणोति नान्यद् विजानाति स भूमा इति यत्र तु अस्य सर्वम् आत्मैवाभूत् तत्केनकं पश्येत् इत्यादिना च. So here the Shruti talks about a wise person who has withdrawn his attention from duality and who abides in his own nature. Sve mahimne pratisthitah, abiding in consciousness, he is not aware of anything else. It is possible. Yatra nanyat pashyati. Then there is no seer, seen difference at all. There is no seer, seen difference. So, nanyat pashyati. He sees all that, but not anything else. Anyat na pashyati. He is a seeing person, an alive person, enlightened person, awareful person, but not aware of anything else because there is nothing else. Nanyat shrunoti, does not hear anything other than himself. That doesn't mean he hears himself, that also. There is no duality. Of the hearer, heard, seer, seen, knower, known. So Bhuma, this is called Brahman or Bhuma or limitless. Or from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, so this is first quotation of Chandogya. Yatra, then Brihadaranyaka. Yatra sarvam atmaiva bhut tat kenakam pashyet. For this wise person, when everything is nothing but self, everything is resolved into self, what was thought to be different, as Jagat also resolved into self, the drashta, drushya, darshanam, this triad also is resolved into one consciousness. Tat kenakam pashyet, kah kenakam pashyet, then who will see with what, with what? That means this duality of the seer, seen, seeing, the instrument of seeing, all of this is gone. So how does this say that there is no Ishvara? Says Nyayanam, Nanu, Paramartha avasthayam, darshanadi vyavahara rahityame uchyate. The Shruti that you have quoted only says that in Paramadhic state there is no vyavahara of seer, seeing, etc., hearing, etc. No punha ishitru ishitavyadi vyavahara anupattau, no, vyavahara sattvamiti ashankya. How do you say that this passage denies the existence of the ruler and ruled? How do you say they deny that? They deny only the vyavahara of seeing, hearing, etc. How do you say that these Shruti statements deny also the existence of Ishvara, etc.? Darshanadi vyavahara bhavasya upalakshanatvat. Both the passages say that there is no vyavahara, no transaction whatever. Samasta vyavahara rahityam. Not only seer sin vyavahara is not there, samasta vyavahara. That includes also Ishvara, Ishitavya vyavahara also. All vyavahara is denied here. Evam. So Bhashyakara says, Evam Paramartha avasthayam sarva vyavahara bhavam vadanti vedanta sarve. Evam, in this manner, Paramartha avasthayam, in the same sense of absolute reality. Which is reality? Now you call it Paramartha with reference to Vyavahara, but reality is one. Not absolute reality and relative reality, but then we call absolute, subjective, objective realities for our convenience. Reality is one. So Paramartha avasthayam is like a Turiya avastha, alright. Because there is avastha, because of ignorance, therefore avastha, the state where there is no ignorance. Sarva vyavahara abhavam darshan vedanti vedantaha. Vedantaha, because two quotations are given. Upanishads. So Upanishads talk about the absence of all transactions, which also includes the transaction of the ruler and the ruled, Ishvara and Ishitavya. So Bahuvachanam Vedantaha. Says Neti Netyatma. So Nyayana says the other passages also say Netini Atma. Atma is Naeti, Naeti. All Vishesha are negated. Atma is non-dual. Adrushya Anatmya. Atma is Adrushya. Anatmya. He cannot be perceived. He is not the body. Yatat Adreksham Agrahyam Agotram. Adreshyam. Mundaka Upanishad. that which cannot be seen, which cannot be grasped, etc. Asthulam, Ananu, Brihadaranyaka, ityadi, Vakya Sangha. All these Vakyas also talk about Brahman or Atma as Nirvishesha, and there cannot be any Vyavahara where Vishesha or Upadhi is not there. Shraute arthe Bhagavatopi sammatim aha. Bhagavan also concurs with this. So Vashyakara says Tatha iti. Tatha Ishvara Gitasu api. Bhagavad Gitasu, Ishvara Gitasu. So what a reverence there is, for Bhagavad Gita and Lord Krishna. That word Ishvara is very significant. Because who talks about lack of Ishvara himself says, Ishvara Gitasu, the song divine they call it, Gita means song. And there was a song sung by Lord himself, the Lord's song. What does he say? Na kartrutvam na karmani lokasya srujati prabhu. Lokasya srujati prabhu. Because through is not it's a vowel, short vowel. It's not a conjunct consonant. Na karma phala sanyogam svabhavastu pravartate nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuh ajnanenavrutam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavah. Even Ratnavara says Paramarthatah Ishvaratvadi Dvaita Bhave Shrutim Aha. Now that's not, then Tathacha Uktam. That's what it is. Tathacha should be Tathacha in the previous. But otherwise, Tatha Ishvara Gitayam. So whether Tatha is meant for Ishvara Gitayam, I do not, because Katham Tari Kartrutvadikam. Lord Krishna says, Prabhu kartrutvam karman lokasya kartrutvam karmani nasrujate. Prabhu or the Lord does not create the doership or enjoy the objects for the world. Na karma phala sanyogam. Meaning he does not create kartrutvam. He doesn't say you do this. Na karma does not create any objects also. Does not create any doership, etc. Na karma phala sanyogam, nor does he unite the karma and the karma phala. That also is not a karma phala data also. Then katham tari kartuttvadikam. Then how do you feel that I am a doer, etc., and that I am a recipient of the karma phala? Svabhavastu pravartate. It is ignorance that creates all the appearance of the doer, etc. Says Ratnaprabha, Anadi avidyaeva kartrutvad rupena pravartate ityartha. Only anadi avidya, ignorance that is beginningless, that alone presents itself as a doer, as the karma phala data at both levels. At the level of jiva, the doership is due to ignorance. At the level of Ishvara, the Ishvaratva also is due to ignorance. Nadatte then says, Ratnaprabha, Bhakta Bhaktayoho Papa Sukrada Nashakatvat Ishvarasya Vastavam Ishvaratvam. But is it not a fact that Lord destroys the sins of his devotees or destroys the punya of the evil people? So Bhakta Abhaktayoho. So Bhaktasya Papanashakam Nashakatvam Abhaktasya Sukrudanashakatvam. That sounds rather cruel, but anyway. And so here it says Abhakta means person who is not a Bhakta, Lord destroys his punya karma. Just to give him a lesson, that's all. Not that he has any dvesha. So this we find happening, that Ishvara answers our prayers. When we perform the prayers, prayers are answered. So there is someone who answers the prayer. How do you say Ishvara is not there to answer the prayer? So it's na datte kasyachit papam. He does not take anybody's papa, meaning what? Na samharati. He does not destroy anybody's papa. Na chaiva sukridam vibhuhu. Nor does he accept any sukridam. Or na samharati. Na datte means does not destroy the na datte papam, does not destroy the papa. Nor does it destroy punya, does it take the punya. Ajnanena avrutam jnanam tena muhyandi jantavah tena swarupa jnana avarena kartaham ishvaro me niyantayati evam brahmanti. The true nature of the self is veiled by ignorance, and therefore muhyandi jantavah, the jantu, the jivas are deluded. What's the nature of delusion? Kartaham, on the part of jiva, the delusion is I am a karta, doer. Ishvara is what? Niyanta. So I call him Niyanta. So Ishvara is Niyanta from the standpoint of ignorance. Iti evam muhyanti or brahmanti. This is how they are deluded. So Bhashyakara said, iti parmarth avasthaya ईशित्र ईशितव्यादे व्यवहार अभावः प्रदर्श्यते. So Lord Krishna very clearly says that what is not this particular aspect is clearly stated by Lord Krishna in the Gita, that he does not create kartrutvam, does not create karma, he doesn't ask somebody to do anything, so there is no ishitritvam, etc. And there is no kartrutva, bhoktatva also. All of this is product of ignorance. Iti paramarth avasthayam, meaning when the knowledge takes place, then one realizes that the ruler ruled that duality also is mithya. Pradarsyate. Aishwaryadehe vastutah anupatti muktva. That Ishwaratvam, being a ruler and the rule, all this is what? Vastutah anupatti muktva. In reality, they are anupatti means not tenable, not logical. Kalpanaya upapattau. That in reality you cannot justify the duality of the ruler and the ruled, but kalpana, by projection, there is a seeming duality. So until the dream appears to be real, as long as you do not know you are dreaming, so also all duality appears real as long as one is dreaming. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. Where the wise person is awake, that is where these fellows are sleeping to the reality. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. In the dream where they are awake, to this wise person is sleeping. Kalpana upattau Shruti Smriti Kramena Udaharati. Bhashyakara quotes again Shruti and Smriti to see how. So Vyavahara iti. Vyavahar avasthayam tu uktah Shrutau api Ishwaradi Vyavaharaha Esha Sarveshwaraha Esha Bhutadhipatihi Esha Bhutapalaha Esha Setuhu Vidharane Esham Lokanam Asambhedaya. So Shruti also in Vyavahara says Esha Sarveshwara. That is also there. That is from the standpoint of Vyavahara. Accepting our experience, Esha Sarveshwara, he is the Lord of all. Esha Bhutadipatihi, he is the ruler of all the beings. Esha Bhutapalaha, he is the protector of all the beings. Esha Setuhu, he is Setu, the embankment, And so, the causeway, you can say, or the embankment rather, which restrains the water, body of water. So, Esha Setuhu, Vidharane, embankment restrains, doesn't let the water flow. And so, that is how the Setu is not bridge, Setu is embankment. So, Narmada, that's a dam, you can call it dam, So, like a dam divides the water. So that this water must remain there, that water must remain here. Vidharana esham lokanam asambhedaya. So the worlds, they retain their differences. And so keep them apart. Just as bodies of water are kept apart by a dam or embankment, so also the worlds are kept in their own place. That is what the Lord does. So He is the ruler, He is the ordainer, He is everything. That's what is described here. Iti. Tatha Ishvara Gita Suape Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hruddeshe Junatishthate Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudhani Maya Iti. So in the Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Ishvara, except the Ishvara Sarabhutanam Hruddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. Here Arjuna, the Lord resides in the hearts of all the living beings. What does He do there? Brahmayan Sarabhutani Yantra Rudhani Maya, by His own Maya. He makes all the jivas revolve as though they are all mounted on some kind of a machine. Yantra Rudhani. As though they are all mounted on a machine, all of them are made to revolve from one birth to the other. That's what Ishvara. So that's what Ishitavyam, the ruler. He is the ruler, He is the ordainer, Karma Phaladata. Shutoiva Ishvara Gita Swapi Vyavahara Avasthayam Ishvaradi Vyavahara Uktaha. In Shruti as well as Bhagavad Gita, that in Vyavahara Avastha, that Ishvara, Jiva, the ruler ruled, these differences are there, accepted seemingly, accepted for the time being. Paramartha Avasthayam Sarvavyavahara Bhave Sutrakarasya Sammatim Aha. Sutrakar also says how in Paramartha Avastha there is no Vyavahara, no duality. So Sutra, the Bhashyakara says. That's what Ratnava said, Uktartha Sutrakar Sammata Heti Aha. Sutrakarope Paramartha Abhiprayena Tat Ananyatvam Iti Aha. So, Sutrakara api Paramartha Abhiprayena. So this sutra, the Dhananyatvam, Arambhana Shabdadibhya, is from the standpoint of absolute reality, that what there is Brahman and nothing else. And then says, Vyavahara Abhiprayena tu Syallokavada iti Mahasamudrasthaniyataam Brahmanaha Kathayate. The previous sutra that we saw, Vyavahara Avastha Abhiprayena tu, from the standpoint of Vyavahara or the daily transaction. Syad lokavat, previous sutra, bhoktarapattehe avibhagaschet. So Purva Pakshi said that if non-duality is true, then there will be no division between the bhoktra and bhogya, the enjoyer and enjoyed. So this division that we experience, how will you explain if the truth is non-dual? Syad lokavata. Just as in reality there is ocean, from the ocean there are waves and bubbles and foam, they are really non-separate from ocean, but still they are treated as different. Foam is treated as different from the bubble. Bubble is treated different from the wave, etc. So how lokavat, how this, even though non-separation is there, still vyavahara, the nomenclature is there. Similarly also you can say that in vyavahara, so Sutrakara temporarily accepted the parinamitvam in the vyavahara, vivartatvam in the paramartha. Says Ratnaprabha, न केवलम लौकिक व्यवहारार्थम परिणाम प्रक्रिया आश्रयणम. To explain the laukika vyavahara, the parinama, that Brahmanes as though transform itself into creation is accepted. To explain the vyavahara in the duality. Kintu upasanartham cha iti. For meditation also, a deliberate superimposition is done. In Vyavahara, the superimposition is due to ignorance. But for worship, we do a deliberate superimposition. Just as on this Pratima, we superimpose the idea of Ganesha and worship not a Pratima but Ganesha. So this is also a superimposition. Nikrustavastani Utkrustavastvaropaha. Upon a very small limited thing, we superimpose a profound idea. So for Upasana also, Sutrakar accepts the duality. Until the fellow will grow to a point of recognizing non-duality, until then, accepting the duality, the Shastra or scriptures tell us how to grow out of duality. So when the scripture talks about the Karma Yoga, it is only realm of duality, because this person takes himself to be a karta or a doer, accepting that. But then he is told how to perform the action so that he can grow out of action. Because of aviveka he performs action so that he gets more and more entangled. Yajñāthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. You perform a karma in a spirit other than yajna, then you are bound. Tadartham karma kauntya. Therefore, hey kauntya, perform all your actions in the spirit of yajna. So that is karma yoga. Similar upasana also, meditation. Superimposing one thing upon the other. This is also for growing out of duality. So karma yoga and upasana, both of these are taught or prescribed by the scriptures to grow out of duality. Bhavishyat vritya, keeping in mind that he will know the non-duality later as a result of this. So Bhashyakara says, Apratyakshyaya eva karya prapancham parinama prakriyam cha ashrayate saguneshu upasaneshu upayokshate iti. Apratyakshyaya eva karya prapancham. So without negating the prapancha, the world of duality, Parinam Prakriyam cha Ashrayati, Sutrakar also temporarily resorts to the idea of the transformation or modification. Saguneshu, Upasaneshu, Upayokshadeti, later on in the Sadhana Pada, when they will talk about Sadhana Adhyaya, talk about Upasana, then this will be helpful. Upayogi, so Upayokshadeti, that this will be useful for explaining Upasanas. For that, even now also, Sutrakara has accepted the Parinama or the opinion or the concept of transformation accepted momentarily. Says Ratnaprabha, taduktam krupanadihi parinamam udikshate ksheda kalmashasdistu vivartatamiti. So Vedantins say like this, krupanadihi parinamam udikshate. Krupanadihi, one whose intellect is not developed well, he only sees parinama, transformation. Ksheda kalmashadi, but one whose intellect has become mature because of the removal of the papa or the sins or agadveshas, he adopts the vivarta. So upayokshate. The Sutrakara also, for the purpose of the people whose minds are not yet mature, for them this prakriya again, the model of parinama or transformation is accepted for both explaining the vyavahara as well as upasana, but in reality Sutrakara only is committed to the non-duality, absolute non-duality. That is what Bhashyakara intends to say here. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakrutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeni Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.